Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Manu and we were discussing the importance of the present moment largely based on the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Let's do a quick recap of part 1. We have covered the concept of the linear and the cyclic time and imprinting and our process of learning. My endeavor is to bring to you the realization of the present moment especially to the generation Z or Z as you may call it, so that they take it forward to the next generation, the Gen Alpha. The famous American author Ralph Waldo Emerson had famously said, "Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. He is rich who owns the day, and no one owns the day who allows it to be invaded with fret and anxiety. Finish every day and be done with it." With its hope and invitations, the new day is too dear to waste a moment on the yesterdays. What Emerson had said was not to be bothered by the past and to use the present moment most effectively in a happy state. Let me tell you the parable of the orange. Buddha once quoted this parable. The orange is like the day when it comes covered with all its hope and invitations. When you peel it, you realize that it has 24 segments. The hope of peeling it clean, the aroma surrounding it, the excitement, the pleasure of seeing the segments, and how do you savor each segment is what is most important. The 24 segments are your 24 hours of the day. Removing the white strands and the seeds too. Enjoying biting into it and the sweetness of the juice going in your throat. That's exactly how we need to spend each moment of our day. That's how we need to approach each day when you realize the importance of the present, when you move from superficial activities to result oriented activities. Many of your friends may say they have been very, very busy to give you a call or doing a certain thing. Being busy isn't the same as being productive. In fact, people, the busier they are, they actually achieve very less. But they are very happy of having been busy. And this continues day after day and years together until the circumstances force you to change. At this point, I would like to discuss the aspect of focusing on one job and multitasking that everyone is taking up to these days due to technology and misutilizing the advantage of technology that we have. The Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps became a legend, winning an unprecedented 8 gold medals in 2008 Beijing Games. His preparation and during the competition was to focus on each event, perfectly fixed on improving his time and overcoming the competition. A very simple plan, a simple plan of action, mixed with an adequate dose of love for the sport. Focus on one thing and execute it to your best of your ability. And your best is the proven way for guaranteed performance and maintaining your advantage. So, based on this, where should you place your unrestricted focus? What's on your to do list right now? The present moment is a great opportunity to reach out for a new personal best as of today. Are you willing to take on the challenge? Let's take a brief look at multitasking. Multitasking, which looks like an efficient way to get things done, getting many things done at the same time. But there's a cost to our minds. When trying to do everything at once, we tend to hold on to the effort to schedule and allocate time to each task, and the effort to move from one task to the other as a reward, and we accept substandard output. Some people debate that multitasking is a lesson in increasing efficiency. How correct are they? It is proven by studies which show that multitasking actually runs counterproductive to focus and concentration. There is a very small percentage of people who can actually multitask to do several tasks to the same standard all at once. For example, pilots, astronauts, etc. That's why everyone cannot be one of them. While driving, also, it is repeatedly told not to text or use the mobile and remain focused on the road and the traffic. Not doing so and multitasking at that time has been a cause for many an accident. Research has also shown that multitasking causes a brief millisecond gap in our brains as we switch from one task to the other. When you change from one task to the other, time is ticking away. So, moving from one task to the other, requiring different skill sets, proves to be a challenge as the brain has to power up that part of the brain before achieving it. This results in each task taking longer than if you were to create a chain of events and focus on one task at a time. Pardon me. No doubt, many things on your to-do list compete for your attention. There are certain very urgent things and there are important things. So take time in analyzing the list of tasks. Like I said, there may be things which may be urgent, others important, but can wait a little longer. Others can go into the freezer. Put the highest priority challenge to stay on the top. You need to stay extraordinarily focused on it and execute it perfectly before moving on to the number 2 task. Knock down from the top of the list. Don't stray. Remain focused. Most importantly, write your to-do list daily and always keep it clearly in view. Make sure that the number 1 spot in your to-do list goes to your main concern. Unclear priorities, unclear roles and responsibilities, worries and indecision all kill productivity. Overcome these bad habits or you will really lose out in the long run. Doctors on the battlefield who are overloaded and work in real time to save life prioritize patients, sorting the dead from the gravely wounded and the mildly injured soldiers. Therefore, what you do at the present moment is of utmost importance. The original Buddhist concept towards this is mindfulness, which is now understood to be an inherent quality of consciousness that is evidence-based and scientifically proven. It requires no religious background, ethical, spiritual, or ideological commitments to practice it. It is just being attentive and being present in the now of things. It is a mind and body practice, that benefits both psychological, physical health, and spiritual health. The primary psychological change that happens is increased awareness of thoughts, feelings, and sensations in the present moment. Over time, it helps you to become aware of the space between noticing, experiencing, and reacting to them by letting you slow down and observe the process of your mind. The goal is for everyone to take advantage and make more intentional decisions to wake up from living on an autopilot based unproductive habits of the mind. For example, we have all been in situations where we become angry or stressed and said or did things that we didn't mean. In these moments, we feel we had no control over our words or actions, like we were reacting to situations without thinking. Instead of ignoring our emotions completely or acting on every emotion impulsively, mindfulness provides a third option, that is, being alongside with your emotions. By holding your emotions in awareness, you can separate your raw emotions and the accompanying sensation from the thoughts that you have about them. This would be the difference between thinking about all the reasons you were upset about and simply recognizing that you are just merely upset. Being with your emotions in this way lets you observe your emotions closely until they naturally pass. And it also lets you intentionally make decisions about how to respond to the information your emotions provide. Being attentive or mindfulness, like I said earlier, has psychological, physical, and spiritual benefits. Let's see some of the psychological benefits first. It increases awareness of one's own mind. It significantly reduces stress, anxiety, and negative emotions, and control over these repetitive thoughts, which is a major cause of concern for depression and anxiety. Increased mental flexibility and focus. Decreased distracting thoughts and emotional activity, and therefore more working memory. Increased capacity for intentional feeling for others' emotions and your responsive behaviors. Increase empathy and compassion. The physical benefits or the physiological benefits is you have an enhanced immune system, increased brain density, and neural integration in areas which are responsible for positive emotions. Self regulation and long term planning. It also lowers blood pressure, lowers the stress hormone, and therefore you have a stronger heart and you're resistant to heart diseases. The spiritual benefits is you have a increased self insight. You accept yourself more than ever. You have an increased compassion and integrity. You have an increased sense of morality, intuition, and the courage to change. And most importantly is you develop the courage to change. You increase your self-discipline, leading to control over automatic behaviors. Now, how can we start practicing mindfulness? Most importantly is to understand what it is all about and to be really wanting to go through the process diligently. Cultivating the habit of mindfulness is a simple skill that gradually requires less and less effort. At every moment, one needs to pay attention and be aware of the surroundings and your thoughts and actions. It has direct involvement of your five senses. Focusing on your five senses grounds you in the present moment. It also provides you with the opportunity to separate the sensory experience from the thoughts you are having about it. For example, looking at an ice cream, you may randomly opt for a flavor, but halfway through that ice cream, you wish you had opted for a different flavor. Now the enjoyment of the ice cream is all gone. And you keep repenting as to why you did not opt for the new flavor. And therefore, to become aware of your five senses is very, very important. First and foremost, choose a spot where it is clean and you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and focus inwards. Start from the top of your senses, that's the eyes. Consider if you see anything with your eyes closed. Do you see colors? Do you see shapes? An image for that matter? If so, what does it mean to you? Coming to the nose. Inhale the aroma of the room or the place that you are in. What do you smell? It is only one smell or a combination of many. Coming to taste. Is there any particular taste in your mouth which is linked to some activity earlier or likely to happen? The feel, the skin. What is the sensation on your skin? Your clothes, the feel of the breeze, the cold or the warmth? Realize these sensations. Ears. What is the ambient noise prevailing at that moment? Can you differentiate them? Do you feel that sound or noise affecting you? If it is affecting you, in what manner? Prolong this practice as often as you can and do not engage with any thoughts that may come, and you will realize that the number of thoughts have reduced considerably over a period of time. Well, I wish to end it here so that you don't spend more than 15 minutes or so on each of my videos. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And most of all, I need your comments so that I correct and bring to you better videos. In the next video, we will discuss in detail the practice of attentiveness or mindfulness, the advantage and the process. Thank you very much for being with me. Bye-bye.